Here it is. Gavin Mees Fancy New Hoodie, episode 34.
If only.
It kind of fell into its arse, didn't it? It was meant to be an Old Firm special with the hottest talent and pundits and everything, and now
It's just us two idiots.
just us two. Because I've not got the great depth of knowledge when it comes to football.
We'll run, mate. It's still going to be an Old Firm special. Well, Old Firm, just don't know about the special part.
I don't know why it's special. Why do we call it an Old Firm special?
I don't know, because specifically for that.
Because there's usually special people here.
Aye.
Aye. And there's no at all. Housekeeping, Gav.
Housekeeping.
The Darren Conway episode's got good views in that, hasn't it?
He was a cracking laugh.
He's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We should have messaged him 10
Come
minutes
on.
ago. He'll not be doing much, will he?
He's a big Celtic fan, I think.
Is he?
Aye, I don't know about big, but he's definitely a Celtic fan. He posts quite a lot. But I could have. But anyway,
you did a housekeeping. You're the best at that.
Aye, so this episode is sponsored by Sphere McDonald Hodge Media. Again, big thanks to Steve for everything he's doing for us in the background. He's helping us with a lot of media stuff. He's kind of rocking out the cracking videos for us as well, eh?
Aye, amazing.
Did a great job. Great job. So, again, what he does, photo restoration, videos, events, promotional videos for companies, etc. So, if you're looking for any of that, head over to Facebook, Sphere McDonald Hodge Media, and speak to Steve. He'll sort you out.
Keep liking, keep sharing, and keep watching. That's probably the main one out of everything, isn't it?
Aye. I know, I completely missed that one out. I just went straight for the sponsor.
No, that's the main one. That's the main one. That's the best thing to do. Right. Old Firm did
shite.
I was going to say, did you enjoy it? That's how I pure hesitated and tried to save myself from making an absolute fool.
For anybody who doesn't know, obviously you're the Rangers fan. I'm the Celtic fan.
You're the Celtic fan.
You get a Rangers preference.
Aye. Do you know what I've got a preference for? The new Brewdog Aldi IPA.
Aldi
IPA.
It's nice,
I didn't enjoy it as much as I liked, but now that I didn't like it. I just had pure high expectations.
You were buzzing, eh? You said that was you've never looked forward to a beer so much in your life.
Never looked forward to a beer so much in my life.
I like
because I pure caught it. I caught it when it was all going through Twitter and Facebook and that. Right. Anyway, this is nice. You're looking lovely in your new hoodie. I've not got my new hoodie, so let's talk about Old Firm.
Right.
Now,
I'll
ask you the questions.
Right, go for it.
I'll ask you the questions because these questions were meant to be for a collective, but we'll no mention it again because I'll keep you back to it. Right, Old Firm, did COVID play a part? Do you think COVID did something to do with it all? No, you don't think it did? No.
I had a part. Obviously, you're missing four, probably maybe three players who would have definitely started, in my opinion. Near Beaton for Celtic was probably one of our best or most informed players. He only played about 2 or 3 games prior to international duty, but he was really good. Ryan Christie is a starter all week, and Edward, for me, he probably would have started, but for me, he's been absolute dog shite for the last pretty much this season. He's just not hit his heights at all. So even if they were on, I still think we would have been played off the pitch, to be honest.
Aye.
No excuses. I think Celtic just haven't done it at all this season. 10 games in, and there's probably one game that I can think back to when we actually played well. So,
but it's like what Andy Halliday was saying, it's a good habit to be in.
Aye.
Being shite, but being able to win. But then now they're at a point now where they're being shite and getting beat. So
aye. Well, that's the thing. You were always going to get tested when you come up against a proper side, because Rangers now are a proper side. Whereas when you're playing, I mean, the only team we dropped points to prior to that was Kilmarnock. We drew one each with them. Or not each,
Kilmarnock was away, wasn't it? That was your away.
It was away, aye. And that was the only game we dropped points. So, and they just kind of sat in. I think because Rangers done that really well, like, see when teams sit in, we're a one-trick pony. See Frimpong's not in the game. I feel as if we're just, or Forrest or whoever's wide. I just feel like we don't have anything else today. And it's like, obviously we like Shane Duffy and stuff coming in, we're a bit more of a threat for corners and our set pieces and stuff like that, but you can't just rely on a fucking centre half to score your goals, you know what I mean? So,
no.
Bye.
So the COVID thing didn't play a part in your
I don't
your
think
opinion?
I don't think it did personally, but probably a wee bit.
Right, so
but,
so the lineup's obviously.
Yeah.
Do you think that was the strongest team Celtic could have put forward?
Probably no. I would have went.
I know you watch most of the games, didn't you? You watch most of them.
I've watched all of them this season so far. I would probably say we should have went to a back four rather than a back three. We didn't have the players for a back three. Like we had young, I think Stephen Welsh, his name is. He came in. I think he's only played one. He's only had one appearance, and it was in Europe, I think. So, don't get me wrong. I think the boy done well. I don't think he made any really mistakes or anything like that. But all he had to do was pass the ball sideways because there's no options going forward. So he never really done too bad. But I think if we went with a back four, because we went with Ayer, Duffy, and Welsh. If we went to a back four, you only need two centre halves, and we had the new boy Laxalt and Jeremy Frimpong that could have played in the right. So I think if we played four at the back, it would probably been.
Do you think Frimpong can play solidly at the back? Because I think his strong points are breaking forward though. He's exceptionally good at breaking forward. He made a right good track back kind of midway through the game, and it was brilliant because I don't know who it was.
Ryan Kent, I think it was.
A fourth flat mass. He was on. He cut to the left, and Frimpong was on his left shoulder.
It was Ryan Kent. It was. But he's got obviously defensive work to be put in. But the boy's only like, what is he, 18 or something? I mean, you're like,
he's so young, man.
Oh,
he's amazing.
He's a breath of fresh air. I just love him.
He's so easy to like though. That's the one thing.
I know, but I would have went back four. I'd have went four. I don't know. It depends on the players. That's the thing. Like, I don't feel as if we've got that good attacking options. Like James Forrest is injured, so he would have instantly been on the right. But the only players you're really left with is like El Yunusi, who I don't rate at all. I mean, you look at
pure hash at, didn't he? Try to lob McGregor.
I just 16 million quid. That's what he
used to pay 16 million.
No, we've got him on loan, but Southampton bought him for 16 million quid.
I mean, why does he need so many U's and S's in his name? He's pure greedy with letters.
I know. See, try to write it down or spell it, it's horrendous, eh?
How many times have you wrote it? You've not wrote it down at all.
I wrote it down once in front of me, so I didn't forget every player.
Oh, did you? He's got a Y, a U, an O, another U, two S's, and an I.
Aye.
Come on, man.
Big name, eh?
Right, so this is where I was to go and actually like learn stuff. Right, so previous 4 old firms, so including that one and 3 prior to that.
Yep.
Rangers team is pretty much the same, mate. You're lucky at the two changes for a starting 11.
But Arfield.
What are you talking about? What are you saying Arfield for?
So when you're saying it's pretty much the same, I think there was a couple of games where Arfield never started. Is that right? Have you got the teams written? No.
Aye, Arfield started back in September. He started again December. He didn't play December, like just there, the 29th.
Aye. Brandon Barker wasn't even in there either.
There. No. Helander wasn't he?
Aye, I think Rangers they've kind of chopped and changed at the back, just I think because of quite a few injuries and stuff like that. When it came to the old firm, but
it was kind of your Goldson, Tavernier, Helander coming as a sub back in December the 8th, 2019, but predominantly, mate, you're no making big changes to your squad. I don't think Rangers do that. They don't make big
nah, they don't,
squad rotations. So I think that's got a lot to answer for as well, because for as much as you're like, the COVID's not made a big difference. Like, the Celtic have been pretty poor. That team, the 11 that they had, were winning games by like 1-0, playing poorly. And
we've won 2 games against average opposition in the last 3 minutes. Dundee United, We had to wait till the last. I think it was like the 92nd minute or something, or 90th minute. We done it against St Johnstone.
It's nothing to do with experience. It's nothing to do with the tempo, the way the game was set up, or anything like that. Or it was just Celtic were flat.
Well, you look at the last 4 Old Firms, Celtic have been shite. Do you know what I mean? Like, we get absolutely battered in the League Cup final. Rangers were so unlucky not to win that game. Or Celtic were so lucky to win it. So, and when you look at the team that played there, I mean, there's a couple of exceptions, like Duffy wasn't there. So it was Julian and Ayer at the back, and the formation was a bit different, but there's no massive changes. And I'm like, I feel as if they're getting into games now and they're just shiting it. They just don't, they're scared. I think they know that Rangers are up there with them now, and they've not got the mentality.
It's pressure they've no felt as well, but like, because it's another team. I think it's like the Northern Irish team that have won more than 10 leagues in a row.
Aye, they've got the world record.
Am I right in thinking that?
They've got 15 in a row. So they're not going to win that.
They used to play Rangers in the pre-season friendly, didn't they?
Did they? I looked up yesterday.
Was it
nah, no. I think it was Linfield now.
Oh, no, twos are Googling that, sir. But you Google and I'll talk. So what I did find is a great stat. I need to go back in my pictures again. So Rangers and Celtic, the Old Firm, the last time the Celtic never got a shot on target the full game.
Aye.
So the last time that happened, it was May 2019. It was the last time Celtic failed to register an attempt on target.
At Livingston? Game. Livingston at home, was it?
2009.
2009. I thought you said 19.
2009, mate. No, 2009. So it was that long ago since.
Oof. That's terrible.
That's disgraceful, isn't it? At what point should Neil Lennon be going, we're 60 minutes in here, we've not got a shot on target, man. We need to just flood the front.
But that's the thing, like, I felt as if he was quite.
He put Duffy up front at one near the end there.
Aye, but he brought on Griffiths and Rogic, right? And then he had the cheek to come out and say, I mean, our subs never they never impacted the game as much as we thought they would. And you're like, what? Why do you think they're not getting service? Like, Griffiths had one chance and he took it by the keeper, tried to square it instead of shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, I don't think they could have really done much more. Rogic hasn't played at all. Pretty much, he played 30 minutes or something. Between him and Griffiths, they've played like 40 minutes of football the whole season, but he's expecting them to come on and make impacts.
Make a difference.
Whatever. But
would you have started Griffiths? Would you have gave Griffiths a start rather than?
Obviously, you don't know fitness levels, but for me, if you know what you're going to get with Griffiths, I would have played him a bit more than rather than Klimala. To be honest, like, I like Klimala, but he's just not good enough. Like, he's just a likeable personality, I think, but he's just not good enough to play for Celtic.
He's one of the guys that you go,
he's quite nice, aye.
It's like me, isn't it?
So, but I would have played Griffiths up front, and if I know him and Ayeti were the fittest, but see, for me, like, I would rather get an hour out of them if they possibly could, and then take them off after that. Like, see, bringing them on and expecting them to do something with 15 minutes to go, you're like, nobody wants that pressure either.
No, but I just think the way Rangers set up and the way they went about their business was so to a T, man.
Aye.
Is it the boy for Rangers, Kamara?
Unbelievable.
He was all over the place, wasn't he? He was pretty much playing right back at one point, man. He was just all over the park. And that.
But that's
left. Played it left side.
Aye, because that's where
that's my knowledge. You see that?
That's where Rangers tactically get it right, because they know our biggest threat is Jeremy Frimpong on the right hand side. Barisic is a good defender, but if you double up on him every time we get the ball, Kamara just shifted to the left. The midfield was flooded. They couldn't go anywhere anyway. So they just need to play it every time Frimpong got the ball. He played it back to Duffy or Welsh or. So that's where they got it right, and they get it right every time. See the last 4 Old Firms, they've just the one game that they never was at Ibrox, the first Old Firm last season in September, and we won 2-1 or 2-0. And tactically, Rangers got it wrong, but ever since then, he just knows that we're a one-trick team. Honestly, I believe that. I don't think we've got many options when something doesn't work. We just kind of.
It was 2-0. It was 2-0. Do you think Lennon's fun out now? Do you think the teams get the expectations of 10 in a row. I think the only player that could maybe handle that pressure, I don't think Jeremy Frimpong has any idea. I think he just loves playing football, turns up, plays the game. I think Scott Brown knows the pressures that he's got, and he can handle it. I think he's all right.
100%. You seen that? 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago we played St Johnstone, and we were drawing up until the last 20 minutes or something. He brought Scott Brown was the fifth and final sub that he brought on, and see after he came on, it was as if the players were like, oh fuck, we better do something now because Scott Brown's on the pitch.
Because the gaffer's on.
Aye, because I don't know what Lennon came out after we get put out by Ferencváros in the Champions League, and he said, you know, there's players who don't want to be here, and there's this and that, and you're what?
They changed it the next day and chat it and said, well, we want players to be like, so he needs to stick to his guns. I know. But then, so
you imagine being in a change room and everybody's wanting to play and they've had a bad game or whatever, and they've known the best of form, and then your manager says that, and you're like, fuck off. Like, so I can probably see why they might be a bit pissed off for him and know what I play for him or whatever. But
no,
I would say so.
He's well within his rights to say that. Like,
he is, but why fucking play them? Don't play them then.
Aye, I don't know. Get rid of him. Like he's right to say, players don't want to be here. Do you think Edwards he's down? He's off.
I think he thought he was getting a move.
Any favours?
He thought he was getting a move, and it didn't happen. And he's probably same with Morelos. I thought Morelos is starting to maybe pick up a wee bit, but his performances have been.
Do you see him slap Scott Brown head?
He's a fanny.
That itself is just amazing, man.
He's amazing for a Rangers fan. But then I was on Twitter. I had a few spats on Twitter after it because I was so annoyed, and all I seen was Rangers fan posting videos about him. I was like, so I tweeted saying, Rangers have just controlled the game, completely dominated Celtic for the second time in a row at Parkhead, and all they're posting is Morelos slapping Brown, and I was like, what? Do you know what I mean? I know they're trying to get
fans. That's fans like me, mate. That's just fans that are doing that. Like, all right, but did I? But what was I going to say? Do you think it was a free kick?
Not at all.
No.
Isn't it a free kick?
So we pure raging at half time and they're saying, aye, it was.
See, to be honest, when I watched it when it was live, I thought it was a free kick, and then when they slowed down the replay, there was no contact for me anyway. There was no contact at all. But anyway, regardless,
it'll look. I know, regardless, but that would have that started the downfall, didn't it? That was the demise.
What annoys me though is see every time Celtic play, I feel that they take so long to get started now this season, especially. So Rangers scored in the 9th minute of the first half and the 9th minute of the second half. Do you know what I mean?
Great fact.
That's a great fact, aye.
That was well done, man. That was well done. I had Rangers -2 and both teams to score. No draw. And both of them fucked it. Everybody gets done with an old firm.
Always. Aye. My brother, he always puts money on Rangers, like a tenner or something, just in case, because he's like, well, Celtic win, I don't care, I've lost a tenner. Celtic lose, then I'm getting money, and if they draw, then it's a point and whatever. So I think he put a tenner on them. Aye. Got a wee.
Did you?
One. No, I never. Remember, I put on. I sent you my bets, and you're like, you're a fucking closet Rangers fan.
Aye.
I'd put on. I put a separate one on Duffy to score any time. I'd put one on Kent and McGregor to score. Arfield and Duffy to get booked. Which obviously never came in. And the third one, I can't remember what I put on. But none of them came in anyway.
Like, I don't know what the odds of Scott Brown getting booked is, but it just always happens, man. Just always. It's too late. At the time I think, man, I knew he'd get booked. It's always pure hindsight.
You see the last few old firms, I don't think he's been booked.
Oh,
you need to get that fact, man.
I'm gonna quickly check it because it tells me the cards in this. It was just screenshots I took of the last 4 old firms. He didn't get booked on the 1st of September 2019. Which issues probably didn't get booked again. Then he get booked in the 29th of December. Then he get booked there. So
everyone may get beaten. He's been booked.
Aye. Be frustration, wasn't it?
Aye, and especially when he done really well not to rise to Morelos, because he had a few pops at him a couple of times during the game.
He did. Aye,
And he's obviously trying to wind them up. So I was glad he never fucking reacted.
He's got something against him, hasn't he? The two of them have got pure.
Mate, one of them's Mr. Celtic, and one of them's Mr. Rangers. Really, like that's.
I think he's Mr. Rangers.
I don't think he is, but I think he thinks like it's like El has youth. There's always that one player that will wind Celtic fans up. That is a pure.
He wound everybody up, man. How he ever had a silver Merc or something like that, or platinum.
I had like 150 grand car or something.
Aye, absolute idiot.
He used to go into Carbon with a trackie on and a hat and all that. Like, just walk in with, you're just like, mate, just wear a pair of jeans. Stop being a dick.
He had his training gear on. Turned up with a Rangers trackie on.
Aye, HC on there.
So, TalkSport posted that the Celtic starting lineup was leaked the day before, and Golson came out and was like, listen, we were that focused on ourselves, we didn't even look at it. He's like, Golson himself found out about Neil Lennon's starting 11 while on the team coach, when contacted by a friend based in England, and the Celtic boss has promised to investigate the Parkhead mole.
Mate, this has been happening for about a year.
Really?
Aye. There's always, because I remember, I'm pretty sure Brendan Rodgers spoke about it.
Here? Do you think we're on to like a conspiracy theory?
Aye.
Do you think we need to look into it?
The private investigators here.
Aye.
Emerge investigators.
That's it. We were Brewdog.
But I'm pretty sure Brendan Rodgers spoke about it before. If not, it was Neil Lennon after he taking over. But the team kept getting leaked at every game, and they were trying to kind of break it down to say, well, who could it be? Because unless it's one of the players, it's either got to be this person or this person or this person within the coaching team. Or
do you think it's what's his name we had in the podcast? It's no Max. Who
Celtic player?
Cammy? Do you think it's Cammy?
Oh, Cammy.
I think it's Cammy, man. I think it's 100% Cammy.
Cammy, we'll blame him anyway.
That was in less than a minute I solved that, man. They can't get it sorted at Celtic Park, man.
So, see, out of the team, I know you said you're not a massive football fan, you know what I mean? You don't maybe know all the players and stuff like that.
I watch it every now and then, aye. Go.
So, for you, who was a standout player for Rangers? Minus Goldson, because he was clearly man of the match.
Kamara, he been able to, I was going to say restrain with Jeremy Frimpong that well. At points, he couldn't Jeremy... I'm saying Jeremy as if I know. We Jezza. We ping pong Frimpong. Frimpong couldn't get out. He's in like third. He was stuck in his own third, having to try and do something that it's not that he's not capable of, but he needs space. Like, for what I've seen him, I feel like he needs space to run into, have the ball at his feet, maybe a wee 1-2, wee bit of magic, wee bit of step over or something, and just being able to contain that whole Celtic's right side.
Aye. I think what annoyed me, and I messaged you during the game to say it, is that I wouldn't see when you're 1-0 down at home, or even 2-0 down at home to Rangers, take a fucking risk. You've nothing to lose. Like, see, when there was one point Frimpong picked up the ball, Kamara was about 20 yards away from him, 15 yards away from him. So I'm thinking he's got him for pace all day. He's got most everybody in that pitch all day for pace. So you're pretty much 1-on-1 with Barisic. Just run, just take a risk. If you lose the ball, fair enough. What are you going to do? Play it back to Duffy, for Duffy to play it back to him, and then, do you know what I mean? I was like, just take a risk. And that's what annoyed me, because I was like, nobody was taking risks. They were all just shiting it and passing it back every time. And one player who I thought was probably our most promising going forward, or even that tried to, was the debutant, Laxalt. I thought he was throwing balls into the box. They weren't always the best, but at least he was trying to go forward. And he gets slaughtered as well for some Celtic fans saying he was shite, and I'm like, I would take him over Greg Taylor every day of the week, because he was actually pretty decent. And for your first game to be an old firm, do you know what I mean? Like,
that's what they were talking about. Like, I know that open goal. Like, forget about open goal. I think the fans would have made a big difference, because having no fans there, everybody kind of relaxes a lot, didn't they? Whereas if the fans were in the park, say, like, feel the pressure, have to get the ball to the park a lot faster, as opposed to trying to kind of play a wee bit of a chess match. Even Rangers, like, what do you think about the whole McGregor passing it to the centre half in his own box? Like,
So,
I just find that pure stupid. I know they try to play it for the back and play football and that, but I just find that weird.
see, I think playing for the back, you need one thing you need to have is confidence. See if you think I'm not comfortable taking this ball here, don't fucking take it. Whereas Golson was taking the ball or Hilander was taking the ball, and they were just playing wee diagonal boxes, all the diagonal boxes. That's even a thing.
Triangles,
3 triangles. Aye, they were comfortable enough to play.
Do like a dihedrons. No, they were comfortable doing it.
Aye.
I just found it weird to have the keeper here, like a centre half, maybe not even 20 yards away from him, just give him the ball. Like,
aye. I think the reason they've done that.
McGregor no give the ball to somebody like that. Like,
aye, well, the reason why I think they've done that is because I think 9 times out of 10, if you kick that ball up the pitch, you've got Duffy and Ayer there who are probably going to win the majority of them. So they don't want to lose possession straight away. So I kind of got it. And then after the third or fourth time they done it, I don't think they conceded possession from doing it. So
no. I know, but I just don't get why you've got your centre half so close to you.
So that you can create
try to
space.
Get one play so you can move.
Aye, because if you think about it, like remember when the old rule before this season started, or even last season, and the box had to be outside the box. So the ball's got to travel 15 yards before it comes to you. So you're just waiting, whereas somebody can just run in and close you down. Whereas if you're taking it straight away, you've got an out ball straight away, and you can create space quicker.
Back to the keeper to stretch your play. Right, okay.
So
that Barisic man's when he had the ball on the left side.
It's good, isn't it?
So calm, so cool. Because he took it to the touchline and I was like, he's got to lump that up. Whenever he took a wee turn, still calm, 2 Celtic players room, just pinged it. Before you know it, they were up in the Celtic's final third.
Aye. I think that's the difference. There was one point Tavernier picked up the ball. I think he played it for the back actually. Tavernier picked up the ball and he ran pretty much diagonally across the pitch. He was like centre left in the centre circle. And I'm like, and not once did I see Frimpong, Laxalt trying to even cut in and just create space. Like, he just ran into space and everybody was like, fuck, I don't know where to go now. Or the Celtic players. Because they were still trying to mark their men, but their right backs, now one of the furthest players forward. Celtic's, who was playing the left, was being Laxalt, doesn't want to get a position to go and track him. So it created a bit of confusion and it created space. And but they were just taking risks.
Bit of nerves?
Maybe. I don't know. I think if you need I said this to you as well, we were talking about crowds. If you need a crowd to get you up for an Old Firm or get you up for any game and will get you through the game, then I don't think you're the best team in the league to do that. You should be comfortable. Celtic should be comfortable in any game. I mean, they've won. They're going for a quadruple treble. Do you know what I mean? And
at this current rate, they'll get hee-haw. Hee-haw.
And then that's what worries me about the next 3 games. We've got Aberdeen, we've got AC Milan, and then we've got Aberdeen away. And then the next game we've got Aberdeen again in the Scottish Cup semi-final from last season. So I'm like...
So, I know you're saying Celtic's been comfortable, but it comes to the Ibrox game night. It was 2nd of January. Googled that, bad boy. So 2nd of January, crowds allowed in stadiums, or maybe a reduced crowds at social distance levels. Yeah. Is that fair? I think it's fair, aye.
I think it's fair, aye.
That's what it is.
As I say, I don't think the crowd... It definitely makes a difference, but it shouldn't dictate a result. Aye.
I think it does, though. Well, that's the reason for having home and away games when it comes to your group games.
I wasn't even a fan when Celtic Rangers reduced the numbers last season to 700 in the stadium. It used to be like a couple of thousand.
It used to be... I don't know what the stand is at Parkhead, but the full Broomlin stand used to be a quarter of the stadium, and it used to be Celtic stand. Oh man, I remember got to the games when I did actually have a season ticket. Amazing, man.
Do you have a season ticket?
Aye, mate, I had a season ticket for 2 seasons.
Did you? Don't know that.
This is how much of a fan I used to be. Aye.
Yeah. Was that in the Barry Ferguson days? Was that?
Barry, aye, big Barry was there. It was, I think Paul Le Guen took care for 1 season.
Right.
And the manager before that would have been
the Cadwick or
Alex
something.
No, it wasn't that long ago. I think it's Alex McLeish, maybe. They were still in the Champions League and stuff like that. Oh, I need to remember. Thomas Buffel was still there.
Walter
Lovenkran
Smith?
was there.
Was it
Maybe
not Walter Smith?
was a manager. I mean, he's been there twice, hasn't he? He's been greedy. But anyway, that's see how that time we were telling the Guinness Guru, that was the first pint I got sold going to a Rangers game.
Was it, aye?
Aye,
so it was, aye, that's what he said. Was it in one of the, was it a Loudon Tavern or something?
the Bluebells, it shut down. I drive by it coming to work.
Every day, and you're like, I had my first pint in there.
I remember that.
I remember my first beer.
Aye. Right, here we go, man. Stephen Gerrard. Alex McLeish. So
Alex McLeish.
The Advocate, Alex McLeish, Paul Le Guen, then it was Ian Durrant, then Walter Smith. So I would have been that whole. Maybe I was the Advocate. Nah, definitely not. For 2006, no. So it was Alex McLeish, then Paul Le Guen. I remember Paul Le Guen coming to Rangers thinking, oh, he's a big deal. And he was pure shite. He was pure shite. He pure stripped Barry Ferguson in the captaincy and all that.
That's right.
He was Billy Big Boys.
Well, I thought that was somebody else. Was that him? Was that Paul Le Guen?
Paul Le Guen, mate, stripped Barry Ferguson in the captaincy.
And he gave it. Was it Amaruso or something? Was it? Who was the other?
No idea who gave it to.
There's another player that he tried to get to. Because Barry Ferguson spoke about they had a wee bit of a spat. What's the guy? A big centre half, like big handsome guy, long hair.
I was near one when I was young. No,
I don't know then. Need to watch that wee podcast back.
But we nosy at that one. He's no. Oh no, he's probably was the manager. Bursaspor.
Bursaspor, that Turkish team.
It's been mate. Anyway, talking about that fucking idiot. But did you been to many old firms?
No.
Never been to an old firm?
No.
Oh, Gavin.
I know.
Oh, mate.
I've never had a season ticket. It's one thing that I've not really been to that many games. I've been to a good few, but no.
It's mad how much of a fan you are, and I was two, maybe 3 years. I went. I think maybe 2. I think 2 seasons. Amazing, man. It is
who did you used to go with? Did you have a season ticket with somebody else? Or kind of thing?
It was me and 2 mates. Me, Dada and Ian. We used to. It's not funny. We used to go to games. We used to get we called it the Yellow Submarine. It was the Rangers supporter bus, and it was just a big yellow bus. Called it Yellow Submarine. I think I was still if we see when Rangers got to the last 16 in Champions League, I had a season ticket then. I was going to Champions League games in it. Aye, Villarreal. I remember it.
See, I've probably been to more. I've been to more Champions League games than I have league games for Celtic or Europa or whatever. But
see, back then going at what a game of day. Rangers against fucking Inverness. No, Inverness were right back then, but you know what I'm talking about. The lesser teams.
Aye, the atmosphere's aye.
It's no good, man. You could see it in the stands. The seats and that were empty, and
aye.
But I think definitely see that whole taking Barry Ferguson and Andy Halliday was talking about it. Maybe not Barry Ferguson, but Andy Halliday. Pardon me. Taking away that stand just kills.
Aye. Because it's an atmosphere. Like, it's just all you hear is. I know it's obviously that's probably why they done it. All you hear is Rangers fans, all you hear is Celtic fans, whatever. But you want the back and forth. You want.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? So for me, I think it's shit, man.
I'm going to change my. Oh, that's too yellow.
Oh no, settled in.
I just looked like a vampire there. I didn't like it. For those listening, I changed the colour to my ring light, and I look lovely.
I've not got a ring light, man. I'm not fancy.
You're too handsome. You don't need one.
But aye. So on the Old Firm, the thing that really annoyed me is that Rangers did they need Morelos, Kent, Brandon Barker was non-existent in the game. They carried him. I thought.
Or Alan McGregor.
Aye, Alan McGregor had one save. I think it was Griffiths.
None. No.
It was Griffiths' cutback. Do you know what I mean? It was so. That's all he had today. But that's what annoyed for me because I was thinking Imagine Kent had the game of his life. That would have been about 4-0. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
so
It's just there's no defending it. Like yous have a game in hand still.
you got a game in hand. If you win it, it's only 1 point in it. Do you know what I mean? There's still 9 points to play for in the Old Firm this season.
I, I think what did they say when they were talking about the commentary was saying like I think we play first again, so that'll be 4 points.
We're playing the same
It's
day.
something else. So, aye. It could be with the way fixtures fall. It could be 9 points in the next few weeks. Because Celtic have a wee backlog.
Right.
I
hope no, but
if I'm looking, I know.
I don't know. It just depends on how they react to the pressure, because players like Scott Brown, I know for a fact he'll be like, we'll just take 1 minute. That's what we need to do. Whereas some players might be like, oh, what if we lose this? And then when you start thinking like that, you're especially at that level.
You've lost it already,
You've lost it. I remember thinking that in amateur games, like getting into a game, you're playing top of the league, they've scored 19 goals in 2 games, and you're like, I think they're going to get beat here. I mean, I remember like speaking to boys and be like, do you think we'll get beat here? And they're like, aye, we'll get pumped. And then you go out and you get pumped.
Oh my God, man.
Do you know what I mean? That's amateur football.
Shocking, man. That is dreadful.
Aye, they're all turning up half cut still, so it's a bit different. But
that's disgusting. So you say that before the league kind of kicked off, didn't you? That Rangers will win the league. You still think it?
I still think it. Rangers. I think even more after that game.
Aye.
And I'd probably get a wee bit of hard time for it, maybe off some folk, but saying, "Oh, you support your team," I'll support them to the death, but
the day I die.
But you need to be honest. I mean, I'm not getting fucking green tinted glasses on all the time and thinking, "Oh, Rangers are shite," and they're no. Like, they've built a squad under Steven Gerrard. They've been.
Well, I don't understand. Like, they have built a squad, right? But like I said, that was last season. The team hasn't changed drastically. Like, it's not as if he's went out and signed another 11 players. Like, he's just got them all working, and maybe I'll sign off the same time.
That's the thing, mate. They want to play for Steven Gerrard. Like, you can tell that. Glenn Kamara cost 50 grand from Dundee. 50 grand. You know what I mean? And then you've got El Yunusi, 16 million. What?
He was pure.
He's pants.
That's what they were talking about when it kicked off. Like, they were saying that he could make a statement. He could make a real statement here. Edouard's not been great. If he gets out today and scores, even if he just scored and it was 2-1, it's still a big statement. I mean, it still says a lot. Every
time I see him in the team sheet, the starting 11, I'm like, he's honestly sometimes worse than Amandon. Like, he has good spells now and again, but then he's so inconsistent.
Where'd they come from? Like, I know he's a Southampton, but
they signed him for.
If they're wanting rid of him, then
Basel, I think.
He must have had something about him. He must have been.
Oh, aye. Everybody looks good in a highlight reel, right? So I've only ever seen him. Highlight reels.
Think the coaching staff are pure hungover that day. Like, I'm pure.
Okay, we'll just go to YouTube.
Here's just YouTube. YouTube good strikers in Europe. Here, you seen this guy? He's got 2 U's, 2 S's. He must be brilliant.
But do you know? See, when we first signed him, I didn't even know anything about him. So when we first signed him, I remember playing FIFA like years ago. Like, honestly, about 7 or 8 years ago, and there was a guy called El Yunusi, but he was Australian. I'm pretty sure he was Australian, and he was rapid. And I remember thinking this, but I thought we signed him, and I was like, "Oh, I used to have him in FIFA."
He's really fast,
and it fucking wasn't him.
It's no, mate. It's no him. The Australian guy only had 1 S, and it was spelled like ELUNOSI. And
that's probably.
They don't mess about out there. Just spell a name how it sounds, man. Stop putting extra letters in it.
So, see if I was to go back through the game and say to you, like, how would you rate each player's performance out of 10? Do you think you'd remember back to the game for me to do it?
No, a great deal. Well, I mean, we might as well do it because you've mentioned it now, and it'd be silly if we didn't. Because I've got right. So just to start 11, no the subs.
No the subs, nah. So we'll start with
subs always get a 5 or 6, didn't it? So you just give them a 5 or 6.
Alan McGregor.
He never conceded a goal. Never made a save. 10. Can he fault him? No. Would you get a keeper that never saved a shot?
6.
7?
It's probably the average, isn't it? Like, he didn't have to do it. Maybe his distribution for the 5-yard passes he was playing.
Aye. So
Tav, would you rate Tav?
Tav, 7 or 8. He was. See the whip he gets in the ball.
It's frightening, eh?
It's unbelievable, man.
See, the two fullbacks from dead balls, or even any sort of crossing situation, I've got it on point. I can't believe the stick he gets for Rangers fans. Maybe not so much now this season because he scored like 8 goals in fucking 10 games or something.
I think it's sometimes you see it. I don't know. I don't see him enough. But anytime I see him, I feel like he thinks he's pure Billy Big Boss. I feel like
Think so?
a wee bit. Aye, when I look at
Maybe
him
that's
like that,
fine.
and then but see it. I looked at him on Sunday and I thought, that him and that Goldson really look alike.
Goldson looks like his big brother.
Aye. But no, the big man worked hard. Got a good few balls in.
Got an assist.
Got an assist. Aye. So aye, good 7 or 8.
I think the second goal came for his corner as well, wasn't it? Or was it Barisic? One of them took a corner and it was a second ball, and Duffy blocked it, and then it fell right to Goldson's feet. I think that was for a cross as well, so I think it might have been
it was for a cross. It was for some right good play and all, because it was 3 passes right outside the Rangers box, Celtic box. Sorry.
Aye.
I can see the passing happening, but I can't see the players. This is
I
what
think it was
40 bits. Are you going to call it? You want to say it's Tav?
It was Morelos. I'm sure he went out wide a wee bit and drilled the ball across. Somebody did anyway, and it was a good.
Somebody definitely
did. It's probably fucking Shane Duffy. But I would agree. Tav probably an 8 for me. Goldson's got to be a 10.
We're 9.5
because although he scored 2,
10, Gav member.
I know, although he scored 2 goals, he defended like very well as well. There's a few balls in, nothing challenged him. So
the Helander, I think he would get a 7 pushing an 8 purely. If he was getting an 8, purely because of that challenge that he made in the first half.
Aye.
Honesty was coming in and he got kind of. It wasn't like he was behind him, but he came in for the side.
Aye, no, he's comfortable. He played well. Barisic.
Oh, he's got to be at least an 8 because see that play for the back, man. I feel that's where Rangers are very, very strong and very, very like they're most comfortable.
So tidy.
Third.
So tidy. Aye.
Aye.
There was wee flicks and balls that were playing. There was one point Morelos, Arfield and Kamara, somebody like kind of just outside Celtic's box. They played a wee triangle, just all wee flicks back heels, and I thought that's impressive, man. Like,
and then is that not when it get flung out to Tav at the far post?
Aye, it was.
He wellied it till it rolled over his head. The touch came in. Aye, no, that was really, really good. Didn't really personally see much of Steve Davis.
I think it was probably a good thing, but he just done everything right that you didn't notice him. It was just simple. I think that's what he does really well.
You just pick the ball up, kind of linking the play, but not to a degree that you go, wow, it was just smooth.
I would say he was a bit. I don't think you can really say anybody less than a 7, probably for Rangers. Maybe
the whole of the Rangers squad. Aye.
I would, not just because I don't really like him, but I would say Morelos was probably the least effective player. I didn't get in much.
No, you said he nearly got an assist, but changed their mind. So
aye.
Aye. Kent, frightening. Kamara, he's got to be. If you're going for Goldson being a 9.5 or 10, then he's got to be a 9.
I would say so. He was a very close to man. If Goldson never get 2 goals,
if it was Goldson, somebody else got a goal.
He'd have been man of the match.
100%.
Arfield's just a workhorse. But he's a Rangers fan. I think he just runs it all day for you. He puts in a shift, and he's a good player.
Do you think that goes underrated? Like, do you think that kind of gets overlooked?
Aye. Somebody with a good work rate.
He lets other players do their job far better.
Actually, sorry, I was just going to say Brandon Barker. For me, he was a 5 or a 6. I thought he was non-existent. I forgot about him.
That's how present he was. So who him or Morelos? Who's the worst?
Barker. Morelos had a few wee kind of spells that he nutmegged. Who was it? Ayer, I think it was. Tried to put a cross in the box, and he had a few wee kind of half decent spells, but he didn't really do much. But for me, Barker, there was one point in the game, I think it was quite early on, Tavernier played a long ball up the channel, and Barker, so instead of just holding it in, drawing Ayer in to take a foul, because he probably would have, he tried to do something in the fucking ball out for a goal kick or a throw in, and I think that's the difference.
See, Kent, I think that's where he's willing to get in front to see if he sees an opportunity for a foul, or even if he doesn't get the foul, he's getting the touch in space. He's so happy to go into that position.
Aye.
Whereas maybe somebody like you're saying, Brandy Barker's a big shite bag and doesn't know how to get fouled. Whereas Kent, it was 2 or 3 times I was like, he's not making that. And he doesn't really make it, but he gets the first touch and gets the foul.
Aye.
That speaks volumes when it comes to a team creating a chance or something for nothing. Or he's taking the pressure off. And
Kent's the best player in the Premiership this season for me. I don't think anybody gets close to him. Honestly, I think he's phenomenal, man. He's kind of like his first season when he first came.
What do you think he has to look at him? What do you think when you look at him?
I think he looks like a golf or something, like some sort of
golf.
He's got a wee pet snake and spiders and all that, and he says,
see, for a Celtic fan to look at him back, go, oh man, you've got a face I'd like to hit, man. Like,
aye.
You just look pure. What a wee arsehole.
Somebody said that, I can't remember what it was, somebody said he looks like a right head. And I was like, do you know, I never really seen it, but then knew when you're saying it, I really couldn't see it. But to me,
man.
I've seen sort of a couple of pictures with him.
It's like his wee face, man.
Aye.
He used to whip out a yoke or somewhere, didn't he?
Just put a Scouse accent on, mate, and just come in.
Aye.
But I think
somebody posted a picture. What did you say? Somebody posted a picture.
Aye, so somebody posted a picture and he had like chains, now the big long chains in his jeans and all that.
Oh.
And I thought, right, you've got a pet spider, mate.
Aye. So. Look at my arachnid that I go. So I tried to Darren there. Right, the Celtic squad just fucking falls in threes.
Mate,
pure shit.
I'm not even going to go through them. I think the only players who got semi-pass marks for me was Laxalt. I would say he was about a 6. Callum McGregor, I think, is the most consistent player at Celtic by a mile. He would say
even he was coming down the wing and he got the ball in.
Aye.
Yeah, he left. I don't know who he left though. I think this is where
I think it was
left him for dust, but didn't he? I was like, this is going to be a goal. This is going to be a goal.
I thought it was going to be a goal. It's a good challenge. I think it was Goldson about the final challenge that time, actually.
Probably because he is brilliant.
Yeah. So Laxalt, McGregor, and I would say Stephen Walsh. I thought he was probably the more comfortable out of the back three. Bizarrely enough, he's only 20-year-old or something. You know what I mean? So
Jinx, Scott Bain's got to get back in the team. You can this keep back in. How do you say his name?
Barkas, Vasilius Barkas.
Big barking ass, man.
Barking ass.
Get him out, man.
The first goal, he should have saved it all day for me. But he gets his hand. He does that with his hands. Like they're about an inch away from his body. You're like, just fucking stretch them out. If your hand isn't going to get it, your arm's going to get it. So I'm not a keeper, right? I know the ball was played in with pace and whatever.
Hey, you speak to the good lady. You're a keeper now, right?
But I think he said that there was one game, I think it was in Europe, and he actually played really well. So I know he's a good keeper, like somewhere, but that was just a poor performance. Even the second goal, like, he couldn't really do much because he couldn't see much, but he didn't even bother his ass to even move. He just watched the ball. I'm like,
that annoys me the most. That annoys me. I can understand getting caught in your heels and you're kind of like, oh no, just pretend.
Just fall.
Just fall. I don't think it takes much to just pretend, at least.
But then that's the difference between, see, like last year, Fraser Foster. See if that ball was in his 6-yard box, Fraser Foster would have just came out. Even if he scored, fair enough. But
he's like a mutant, but man, his horns are the size.
So seen him pick up a ball? It looks like a tennis ball.
It looks like a marble.
Fucking hell.
Let's see if you got like one of the big, huge tennis balls for Sports Direct. That's what it looks like if I try to pick it up. But to him, it's like a tennis ball. So Jeremy Frimpong, I think it's not his fault.
Nah, it's not his fault, but at the same time, I think he should have. It should have took more risks for me. Does what he does, do what he does best, and just run at people because he's got the tricks. He's got bags and bags of pace.
Ability.
Just give it a go. Especially now we're 2-0 down, and every time he was running 10 yards, turning back and playing it back to Duffy. or Welsh, and I was like,
So what age is Duffy? Duffy's quite a season. He's been
28.
Captain Ireland and all that. Right,
28,
so
I think he is.
do you think somebody's had a wee bird in Jeremy's ears? Jeremy again. As if
Is
like, going, listen, son, just don't get too adventurous now. You know, it's a big
Maybe,
game.
aye. Maybe.
So maybe he's been told not to. Saying that it might not be, but
I would like to think that was in the case, because for me, if that was me in a game, and I know it's not at that level, right, obviously, but if somebody's like that, don't go forward too much. See, for 2-0 down, I'm fucking taking the ball, I'm going to try and run.
aye.
Take it into your own hands a wee bit. So
But that's what it takes, doesn't it? It takes somebody to. I think that's what like you say, when Scott Brown came on as a sub and there's 15 minutes to go, that's where he shines. Like, I just didn't see where he could do it. I didn't see how he could turn that game around. Like.
Scott Brown's no an offensive player. He doesn't. He mops up. He gets busy in midfield and he breaks up play. He's not going to get you a goal. I mean, you can G up players to try and get you a goal, but he's not going to do it himself. So,
Aye.
that was it
That's
for
the
me.
old fun then, wasn't it? That was the old fun.
It was.
How do you think AC Milan will go?
We just beat Inter in the Milan derby, you know, so I think they're in pretty good form. So
Is Zlatan will be back to America?
No, is it AC Milan?
Is he still AC? I saw something on Sky Sports News. It was only telly. There was no sound, but I saw him. He was he had LA Galaxy gear on.
All right. Let me just
we're going to quickly
double check this here. I'm pretty sure he's still there.
Stats. No, see,
you got a double. You got a double. No.
You have no chance, man.
Big Zlatan.
He's played at Parkhead before, hasn't he?
He said Parkhead is one of his favourite stadiums he's ever played at. I was pure hoping that he would come to us. There's only, see at the AC Milan team, there's probably 3 players that I know. But 4 players maybe. Donnarumma, the big goalkeeper. Romagnoli, the centre half, our captain, he's a big solid Italian. And then you've got Canhanoglu, the pure set piece specialist, and then Zlatan. Don't know anybody else. So,
do you know all these players who play in FIFA?
Aye, pretty much. But I watched a couple of Serie A games and highlights and stuff like that. Just highlights, mostly. I've not watched them live, but
I used to be on Channel 5,
Aye.
I used to get it on Channel 5.
That's right, aye.
I've certainly not watched it.
But I don't know, how do you think Rangers, the Thursday they're away to Slavia Prague or something like
that? Easy money.
I would say easy. See Rangers in Europe, by the way, like, they've just no fear.
There was only 2 teams that outpassed us in Europe last year. Check me out, man. I'm a pure big. Hey, season's on, boy. I am a die hard. Aye, apparently so. Because I was trying to find. What I was trying to find was who had made the most passes in an Old Firm. Because if Celtic had made the most passes, because they made a hell of a lot of passes.
423 passes. And they had like 54% possession as well.
Yes.
I'm like, fuck, you wouldn't have thought that.
No, and that's where, like, there was points where I thought Celtic were coming out of the game, and I thought after the game we were going to do this, and I thought, I wonder if Celtic could maybe made the most passes in an Old Firm.
And
never got a shot on target. Never got a goal, obviously.
But that's the thing. See the players who got the most touches in the game. It was Shane Duffy, Steve Welsh, Ayer, and Scott Brown. So it's 4 defensive players.
4 defensive players. Aye.
Do you know what I mean? And you're like, that just speaks volumes for the game. But Rangers are quite happy just sitting there. They're like, they're not going to do it. They know we're not going to do it to them. So just let them have the ball. And then when we get the ball, we'll make something happen. And that's the difference.
It's momentum, innit? You need to have momentum.
Aye, confidence, man.
Aye, but also that whole. Do you know? Do you ever get that when you play football? You feel momentum. Like you go.
Aye.
We're one up, but I can feel. Like it's not going to go our way. Aye, that must be what it felt like for.
Aye, me and my brother
Celtic on Saturday, man.
Always talk about this. Like, there's going into an amateur football game, right? And sometimes, because that's all I can compare it to, sometimes you go in and within 5 minutes you're thinking, that's not my game today. Like, I just don't feel it. Every time you get the ball, you maybe take an extra touch or it's not working. And in some games you're flying, you think, fucking hell, I'm amazing here and blah, blah, blah. But then I just can't get my head around you train 5 days a week and play a game on a Saturday, and you can still make these daft mistakes. It's different when you're on the pitch looking at a telly. I always say that, like, looking at a telly, pass to him, but you can't see that really sometimes. But
that's why Sir Alex used to go up and wasn't he sit in a stand, but he would sit between a stand and the
get a bird's eye view.
I get a better view. That's how I think he was so successful, and I think I've no idea what's going on at Man U now, but
you would not want to be a Man U fan.
I will big gunner, big get him out, man.
No,
I'm going to phone. Was it the Glaziers? Did he still own it?
No idea. Couldn't tell you.
They did at some point on it. Might phone them, see if they're looking for him.
See if you could think. See if you go back to Sir Alex, like maybe second or third last season. Do you think anybody could have seen this coming for them? To this extent, how shite they actually are.
Oh, to the extent of... Well, they won at the weekend, didn't they? They beat Newcastle 4-1, but...
so inconsistent. One game they seemed when we came back, remember the season get cancelled and then it came back. They looked brilliant and I thought, fuck it, they've got it
together.
But then fall on their arse again.
I don't know, man. I think like Moyes came in and I thought, it's no the same ethos as what Sir Alex was, but maybe he's not had the team to do that. So we'll see how it goes. And then he went, and then it was Mourinho, wasn't it? And they wanted Mourinho.
No, it was Van Gaal that came in after that.
Van Gaal, that's right. Apologies. I think they wanted Mourinho. Anyway, Van Gaal done all right with him. Did you know? It was all right.
I think he done all right.
Same idea, but then they want to be finishing first. They want Champions Leagues. They want trebles. That's the Man U, isn't it?
Aye. To be fair,
this whole Man U hole. Why would do a Man U hole?
Mourinho won the Europa League. I know it's a Europa League, but it's still a trophy. You know what I mean? He's never.
It's the second best European.
Aye.
I know there only is two, but
second best club trophy in the world. You could put it.
Aye.
Maybe if you say the Premier League might be a bit higher than that, but
they're lucky to win it because Sevilla usually win it every year.
I know.
It's usually Sevilla's trophy.
I know. Did you see any of the English games? You're watching the Liverpool Everton?
I was watching it. I was watching that on the laptop when I was watching it from the telly.
Did you see Van Dijk's?
It was really good, man. It was end to end.
Did you see Van Dijk's knee? The challenge? Oh, man. So Everton's goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford, came out to, I think Van Dijk hit a shot for a corner or something, and he came out and he had these two legs up, like scissors almost, and he went through his legs, and he's ruptured his ACL, I think. He's out for like 8 months.
No.
Aye. It was a shocker. Didn't even get booked. They've got VAR.
Retrospective action.
Doubt it.
Can you not do that now? No.
Probably, but I don't know if you can do it if you don't check VAR or some stupid rule, I think. But
mate, it's pure red tape down there, isn't it?
Aye.
There's about 12 refs.
Aye, I know.
And none of them can make a decision.
But you've literally got the best recording gear you could possibly ever ask for, and you still can't get an offside right. You're like,
I know.
Fuck off.
I know.
But anyway, the Old Firm was pish, so...
the Old Firm's good, mate. Oh, was that your bit of paper?
That was my wee bit of paper, aye.
What did I have? Show you what I had. I've lost it.
Show me a hood.
That's just...
Is that Everson that drew that?
aye, because she could talk better about the football. Could have.
You had another wee.
You
had another wee couple of things, didn't you?
Aye, I had the. So it's all about the PlayStation. So the PlayStation 5s. I should be getting one in a couple of weeks.
Getting it?
Aye, that's my birthday.
Oh yes.
But if you live in India and you're listening to this, you'll already know that you're not getting one because it's been pushed back because an Indian guy trademarked PS5. So I told you a wee bit about before we came on this guy.
You did,
so he sells fake controllers on Amazon under the name Kakuzi, right?
Right.
And he has trademarked the PS5, just PS5. He's trademarked that. No logo, just trademarked PS5. because he says that PS5 causes him unduress and stress, and he doesn't want to sell it to anybody. So it's gone to court. It's actually got to court.
He's not winning that.
And it's not the first time something like that's happened though. Other instances have happened where companies going to sell things in India and somebody getting ahead of the trademarking it.
So do you think somebody's... I was going to say, surely PlayStation now, you just go, right, we'll just trademark PlayStation 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10
aye.
and get ahead of the game, you know what I mean, rather than a wee guy sitting
just in case
in India thinking, oh, wait, there's going to be a PS6 one day, I'm going to trademark that.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
That's
and then probably make a couple of million out of it.
Aye, but you can't do that in the UK now. You can't just trademark something for the sake of it.
All right.
Thinking that you can eventually gain money off it. You need to have a reason, need to be a purpose.
I'm going to make money off it one day.
Aye. You can't do it with websites as well. You can't do it with websites.
So what are you getting the PlayStation 5 for? Because you don't really play that many games in it, do you?
I know. No, I don't. No.
Is it more for like Netflix or something? Or anything like that? No.
Paul had mentioned it and I was like, no. And I've never had a games console like pure new, like pure. No, I'm pure buzzing to get a pure. Like I'm getting to play it at the same time as I'm looking down there because that's where the PlayStation is. I'll be getting the same sort of as everybody else.
Aye.
I think the last time I had that was the Xbox 360. I got that when it was kind of new, and that was a long time ago, man. So wasn't to get. I was going to buy FIFA the other day because you get the new update when
I didn't know that.
You get the new update when the PlayStation 5 comes out. But I bottled it.
Did you?
Aye, bottled it big time, man.
You looked at it and went, 60 quid?
Aye, I know. How expensive are games, man?
Do you remember they used to be like 25 quid?
Aye, and even that was expensive.
Aye.
And I was a wee guy.
Moving with the times, isn't it?
So I'll just I'm looking forward to playing. I'm going to start looking at about what games are coming, but it's like Microsoft have just bought this studio that produced this game, and I'm like, mate, I just want to buy a game. Like this shouldn't be like, it shouldn't involve politics, man.
I know. I hate how they do like what do you call it? Like specifically for a console, like only on PlayStation. Just bring it out, man. Exclusives. That's
let everybody play.
Aye. That's why I love like something like Call of Duty, because it doesn't matter if you're a PlayStation, Xbox, PC, you can play it all together.
I thought it used to be just PlayStation. I thought it used to be
Call of Duty.
Was a rank? Aye. I thought that was exclusive to PlayStation.
No. Call of Duty's always been multi-platform, but
multi-platform.
But now obviously you can play them all together at the same time. I mean,
aye.
That's good.
What else was I going to ask you?
Well, she said something. He said something.
I've wrote pure garbage. You're right. So, did you ever get sent for fags? I've wrote that down. I swear to God. Did you ever get sent for fags? I remember my granddad sent me for fags one time. I was pure scared. I didn't know what was happening.
But did you go to the van or was that a shop?
No, it was a 10 o'clock shop in the corner film. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you need to ask for this and you ask for that. I was like, all right.
Write it in your horn and all that. Like, can I have 20 Benson Hedges?
Aye. And I was like, no, it wasn't actual fags, it was tobacco. You rolled these wee thing, had to be rolled. Gentleman. And in fact, tobacco of my granda. I like that, looked at me. And that way he must have pure looked innocent. I like, what's he wanting? And I was like, it was Golden Virginia. That's what he wanted.
You remember that,
aye? Aye. And he Golden Virginia. How much? So I don't know. I've got £3 ways. He went, it must be this one. Gave me it and away I went.
That's just a trust thing, isn't it? That would never happen.
Back in the day, man. Back in the day, no. When
you're fucking ID'd for Red Bull now. I mean, you need to get your at the self scanner in Asda.
Aye. I know.
What do you mean check my age?
I know.
Can I
when was the last time you ID'd? When was the last time you ID'd?
Oh, mate, I've got touchy subject, right?
Is
so it? I never got ID'd, right? And Sammy always jokes about it because she's a bit older than me, but she always thinks I look older than her. And blah blah blah. So it's always a running joke. Like before I go to the shop, I'll say I'll come take my ID, and she's like, "Shut up! You know we get ID." But there's So I stay next to a Morrison's, and not every time, but a lot of the time when I go to this Morrison's, there's the same guy, right? And he's such a fucking pain in the ass. Like, he really annoys me. So you walk up, right, and you've scanned it, and you're like, right. So obviously everybody's got masks on, and he's done this to me about 4 or 5 times because I'm always buying drink. And yeah, he looks at you, right, and he's like, and I go like that with the mask. He's like, mask doesn't help. And I was like, what? And he's like,
what?
And then he goes like that, just. And you're like, mate, shut up and ID me or don't ID me. Like, see all these games, and he pure puts you down.
Try to have a laugh for you.
No. The last time I was in, he done it to a woman behind me, and she was like, I'm 36. And he's like, sorry, can't I give you? And she's like, are you fucking kidding me on? And to be fair to her, she did look 36, so she didn't look young. Do you know what I mean? She didn't look like a 16-year-old lassie. But, and I was just like, and she was complaining about him. There was 2 boys. Another time went in, like, going after nut at him because he was doing the same sort of chat to them. And I was like, fucking just ID. Just say, have you got ID there, mate? Aye, no bother. There you go. But
just get it done with.
Just.
What do you mean just?
Did
you say with just what?
I'm just 18 or I'm just 25. What am I? Like, anyway.
You're just.
I'm just.
Maybe fancies you give.
I'm just getting pissed off with him. That's what I'm getting. But,
just about had enough of him.
When was the last time you got ID'd? 17 or something.
Aye, 17. Aye. Did we get ID'd? No, I don't remember, mate.
No. Many moons ago.
Just heavy fat, and heavy beardy, so they go.
Same. It's just my height.
He's in for his regular 4 cans, so. Minute to 10, that's you, high here. You know, what's else to have written?
You had something else you'd said to me.
I had a new iPhone. That's what I'd written down.
That's wait till you listen.
Right, you know, if you listen this long, Margaret, wait till you listen. So the new iPhone just released. They done it all online. It was all pure online, and they're trying to save the world. So this is their ethos now. They're trying to become carbon neutral and just stop wastage, stop wasting things. So other than one country, every iPhone will now ship with just a charging cable, no headphones, no charger, just the charging cable. So if you've got anything older than the iPhone 11 Pro and you get a new iPhone, you need to buy a charger. The exception to the rule is France. France will get headphones because they're pure big on radiation.
All right.
They believe that if you're holding your phone, if you're heat all the time and you're on your phone, they're big on hands-free.
Right.
So they'll be the only country to get headphones.
So see, with the whole charger thing, I'm assuming, because you said you get the charging cable, so I'm assuming you can still plug the USB into a normal...
Aye, but it's no a USB cable. It's a USB-C. So it's like that. Aye, I know. It's like that wee cable.
Right, okay.
Rather than a USB. So you definitely either need to not get an iPhone or get one of the chargers.
So how is this saving the world? That's what I want to know.
They don't need to make the headphones because apparently no many people use their headphones now.
Let's be honest, but it's a money-making scheme, isn't it?
100%, mate. 100%. Do you know how much they made on AirPods last year?
What are they, about 150 quid or something a pop? £200?
Something like that, mate. Aye, depending on what ones you buy. Aye. You're not going to get anywhere near it, mate. Unless you go wild.
700 million.
Nah, 6 billion.
What? Just on
That's what
AirPods?
they made on AirPods. Just on AirPods. So if they don't sell headphones with their phone, you're going to have to buy something. They've also dropped a lot of third-party headphones for the website as well.
Right.
I don't even think you get Beats on. I know they own Beats, but I don't think you get Beats on the website now.
I've had 2.
You've had 2, but 2
On
Beats.
you go.
No, I think they've reduced the price of them or something like that. They're trying to get rid of all third party, and they're trying to just pure push with the. Maybe they're bringing an overhead Apple headphone thing or something.
Maybe, aye. Because they'll want to cut out anybody who's making money off them, surely. Do you know what I mean? That Dr. Dre gets fucking, just say it's 50% each sale, do you know what I mean? So then, if it's making $7 billion, he's only getting 3.5.
Apple bought Beats headphones for
outright?
Outright,
okay.
Aye.
Wow, man.
I know, mate, I know, they're a pure money-making machine.
Aye, I don't know about that one.
No.
Might need to jump ship for the old iPhone.
I know, I'm due an upgrade in a few weeks, I'm not too sure.
Are you tempted to go back to an iPhone?
Nah, I think I might go for something, I don't know, might just hold on to this phone for a wee bit and then change it.
Go for it. Aye.
No rush, mate, no rush.
No rush at all.
But anyway. But are you waiting to add to this, Gav?
No, mate, you've asked all the questions here, haven't you? I'm just...
You've gave all the answers, though.
Filling in the gaps.
I had questions with me answers. So, I'd have been absolute pants at this, man, if you weren't here. So.
But no, I mean, I don't think I've got anything else to add.
That's good then.
Just the usual, if you've listened again this far, then head on and help us out. Subscribe to YouTube.
The whole, if you've listened this far, message the word. What word? Say a word, Gav.
Ball and goalie.
Oh, it's a pure hard word. Right, okay, just go. You've said it. Google how to spell it first.
Aye, it's a Celtic player.
You're going to add to that there, wouldn't you? I knew you were going to say that.
Just in case you didn't know, and I was like that.
Pure itching to add to it. Let me see. Right.
Aye.
So, take care, everybody. Speak to you all soon.
Buy your hoodies.
Buy hoodies.
Drop us a DM.
If you don't want to buy a hoodie, drop us a DM. If you don't want to drop us a DM or buy a hoodie, just send us money. That is it.
It's a win-win.
That's it. Hey, mate. Speak to you soon.
Catch you later on.
Bye-bye.